we rolling?
We're rolling.
What up? Tyler here from this guy. That's where you usually say like a website or a handle, but I'm not promoting.
Tyler here.
What's your name?
Chris.
Chris here. Chris.
From this guy.
From that. You know, I know we're from the same place.
Yeah, man.
We have the same mom. This is my brother Chris.
Yeah.
So we want to talk because we are headed to Memphis right now to see the Grizzlies play the OKC Thunder.
Yeah.
And why are we going?
Because tonight could be the night that Russell Westbrook breaks the many, many decades record of triple doubles in the regular season.
The 60s or late 60s, early 70s?
Yeah, I think
yeah. Triple double. I just made that up. Triple double. Triple double. Whenever I was like trying to cross my fingers when you were saying like hopefully beats it,
right.
I started to do this and I was like, oh, West Side, but also Westbrook.
True. Very good.
I didn't hear that.
So
yeah, I say you're right because the regular season, like, whenever they sit players on like key games that like matter, like Warriors and Spurs are playing each other, they sit them. Like this is the game deciding of who the number one is, and they'll sit them. The Cavs, they're like pretty much just said, like LeBron said the other day, like I don't care about the regular season. I'm just gonna get to the finals and try to win. Like they down it. Like last year's regular season, I think was important because of the Warriors because they were trying to beat that. Like we were watching them to see, are you gonna break this record that everybody said wouldn't you broke?
Right, but that's 2 seasons in a row where there's been these record-breaking things to keep our attention.
Yes.
What's going to happen next season if there's not something like that? It's going to be really boring.
Draymond's going to break the blocking record.
Yeah.
For something. I don't know.
So the reason is because he's kind of revived the regular season.
Yeah.
Secondly, I do like that. You know, he re-signed with the Thunder. He didn't wait to go to free agency, so that kind of like.
But aren't they were still thinking about trading him? Like that was earlier in the season, though. I doubt they could trade him now without looking like the worst.
Yeah, they're never going to trade.
Well, because they were afraid they get stuck in the same situation. Where they don't get
that's why
out
they were considering after he's got 1 more year left on his contract. So they were considering, what are we going to do? We can't afford to have this happen again, and he immediately signed. So that kind of like solidified. I was like, I like this guy.
Because you think loyalty is more important to you than winning. Right?
I feel like you're trying to trap me, but yes.
Trying to trap me, but I'll walk into that trap.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, like, I think it's important to win, but you know, we've texted about this many times. But to me, there's a difference between a horrible organization, like I think sometimes exists, where you got to get out. I think the Thunder are a great organization, so I think being loyal to that.
Then why would they like? Okay. Thunder, you talk about like, oh, you lost to the team that, like, because you always say in the text thread, like, you go and join with the team that beat you. Okay, that you couldn't beat. Yeah, pretty much. You say that at the end of all your email signatures, blah. Okay. You make that face. It's a weird emoji. I don't know how you found that.
That's good.
And so I forgot my point. Oh, well, they lost. Okay, so the Thunder with their big three, they had Harden who was coming off the bench.
Right.
You had Harden, which I heard he requested to stay that way. Like, I don't know how true that is, because who wants to do that?
He wanted to stay there.
Yeah, but why?
Because
they were winning with him coming off the bench, and it makes him look selfless. Anyway, so Harden, Westbrook, and Durant. 3 of the top 10 players in the NBA were on the same team 5 years ago. What is it?
No.
6 years ago? Yeah. They were on the same team. 3 of the top 10. Like, I don't even know if you would say that now. Like, you got Durant and Clay on the Warriors, but, like, would they be as great if they were on a team by themselves? Like, they fit great with the Warriors because Curry pulls everybody off of them. And so, I just think that, like, something's wrong with the organization if you lose Harden, he wanted to be there so bad. Oh, no, I saw a documentary. The Thunder got rid of him. They traded him.
Yeah, because they were afraid they were going to lose him.
Yeah, so they just ditch him whenever he's literally sacrificing. Like it hurt him because he was there to stay.
Yeah.
And they get rid of him. And then with Durant, like, he seems like a legit nice guy. Like he does. And anything else, he seems like a nice guy. Like, why would he want to leave a place that like adores him? Like, obviously he wants to win, but something in the organization tipped him off to where he felt like he's not going to win championships, and we're in a league where that's all that people care about. That's all that matters to people. They sit during the regular season because championships are the only thing that matters.
Well, I don't like that that's how it is, but I agree with you. That is how it is. You just judge people on did they win? Did they win a championship? Even like Barkley and Shaq.
Yeah. Shaq always goes, "Did you win a championship?"
Yeah, that's all. But to your point about why do they leave, I do think a critical flaw of, I guess, Sam Presti or the Thunder or whatever is they weren't willing to pay. Like, and that was stupid. Yeah, because
I didn't know they weren't as high.
They wanted to. They didn't want to have 3 max contract players and then remove or whatever it'd be 2 max.
Why they got rid of Harden? That's why they lost Harden. Yeah, you're right.
They didn't want to do that and then lose flexibility.
Yeah, I can
and
see
to
that.
me, that's again, I give that, but it seemed like what Mark Cuban did. He did the same thing after they won the championship. He blew up that roster because he wanted to stay flexible, and now look at them.
Yeah, like, they're not competitive. They're not getting the playoffs, are they?
No.
Yeah.
But so to me, like that is true. Whereas, like the Lakers or different teams that are back in the day when they were successful, like they'd spend it whatever it takes because they were in a big market and all that stuff. Yeah. But Cleveland, the last couple of years, they've gone out and they've gone way above the salary cap so that they can have great teams and compete.
Question: when LeBron agreed to come back a couple years ago, do you think that he made a deal with what's the guy's Dan Brown? Dan Gilbert. Dan Brown. That's the Da Vinci Code guy. So was it the Da Vinci Code guy?
No.
Okay. Dan Gilbert. Whenever he came back, he just pretty much said, because I know that was the big flaw when he was there the first time, was he wouldn't go out and buy or trade for like other big names.
Right.
And now it's like, I think he made a deal. I pretty much think he gets make 51% of the decisions go to LeBron.
I don't know.
I mean, it has to be because he's changed. People don't just change their attitude without a reason to change. And if he's going to go out and buy every good player that's not on the Warriors.
Well, I think you changed because you realized you sucked and it didn't work. And you lost LeBron. Same thing like with Sam Presti, I think, or those guys, they're going to have to recognize they lost James Harden. Yep. They traded him, but they assumed they weren't going to be able to pay him enough. Yep. So they let him go. Then the guy that they were going to spend the max money on walks. Now, Westbrook has agreed to stay. And I think they gotta go out. So yeah, I agree. There's a flaw in that.
And also if you can't, if I'm happy, if I'm happy, I'm not gonna want to leave. You know what I mean?
But see that I don't know about that. See, I think Durant. I think he heard the noise of you haven't won.
I think
your window's closing. Your window's closing. So he looked at the deck of cards. He thought, okay, here I got this opportunity. Over here I've got this one. This is a ready now. Yeah. Come in here and do something great with these guys. I can win next year, and he probably will.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm saying for me, again, I've said this many times in the text thread, but I don't. To me, I think sticking to the Thunder and OKC, winning one with Westbrook, I think it
would have been more admirable and more special. Because I would say LeBron winning for the at Cleveland meant more to him than the 2 at Miami.
I would agree.
I think it would. I think that, but that's the thing though. I'm not a huge LeBron fan, but he had to leave for them to get good players. They would not have gotten Kyrie or Love without him leaving.
I love how you just said you're not a huge LeBron fan. It's like the most muted. He's not the biggest.
I don't dislike him. I just disagree with his policies.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no, sorry.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. So yeah, I agree. I think that there's a lot of stuff we don't see, but then again too, I really like Westbrook. Like I've said, he's my 3rd favorite NBA player.
And is it Steph and Kevin Durant?
Steph, KD, and that was KD before he went to the Warriors. I like Steph and KD.
I respect that.
Thank you. And I like both of them. And then I would say probably Westbrook and Harden are my neck 3 and 4. And I really like Clay because he likes Harry Potter a lot, so that means a lot to me.
Wow.
I know.
I didn't know that.
I have a really weird. You didn't know he liked Harry Potter, or you didn't know if he was my top 5?
I didn't know he liked Harry Potter.
Oh, he loves Harry Potter. They went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and he was hyped. And I love it. I just want to go hang out with him. Plus, he signed a toaster a few weeks ago. That was pretty cool.
I did see that.
That was pretty cool. So, I don't know. That's my thing. So,
his face when he signed that toaster.
I know, dude. It was so funny. If I was going to edit this, I would put the picture right here, but I'm not going to, so just Google it. Just Google Klay Thompson signing toaster. So, yeah, that was good stuff. So, your ideal... Okay. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay, good. So your ideal team, like you've got 5 players. Who's your starting 5? Don't read a text. We're in the middle of a video. These people respect the people.
You said you weren't even editing it. I thought we were more laid back all of a sudden.
Like, if we're not editing, that means we got to be on our game because I'm not cutting this out.
Yeah, my bad.
You totally went the other way with that.
Hold on. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Oh, we did. I'm just kidding. I didn't
okay, what?
Okay.
Top 5 team? What?
No, whatever. Let's talk about Westbrook. So, we're about to go see, hopefully, him breaking the record. Okay? Yeah. He breaks the record. We get to say for the rest of our life, we were at the game where Westbrook beat the triple-double record. And then next year, Harden beats his record. Wow. And then we're like, oh, we can't do it. We got to go to Phoenix, wherever he's going to beat the record. Yeah. So we can keep being the guys that go.
Right. Is that a new thing we have to do now?
Yes. Every time somebody's about to beat the record, we have to go to the game.
The triple-double record.
The triple-double record.
Okay, that's all. I almost want to shake on that. I can't. I got to check with my wife.
Don't. Just do it. Watch it be like, the year is 2058.
Right.
LeBron Jr. is about to break the triple-double record, and we have to drive to, like, Portland. We hadn't talked in, like, 30 years because we had the falling out after this game.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the fight.
Yeah. I think it'd be more after the finals.
After the finals, yeah, that's going to be intense. So, all right, so we can wrap it up. Chris, what's your prediction? Does Westbrook break the record tonight?
I think he does. I think he's going to score in the mid-20s, 27 points.
Yeah.
He's going to have like 11 rebounds and 13 assists.
That's good. All right, I'm going to hedge it. I think Westbrook, he can say, like, oh, I just want to win. I just want to win. I love my team. He wants to break the record. He's wanted to break it since last year when he started getting some triple-doubles action. I think he's going to lay heavy on the rebounds and the assists. So I think he's going to go about, I'd say 10 on the rebounds. But I think he's going to go hard on the assists and get like 14.
Okay.
And then points, I think he's going to be low because he's going to be looking for assists first because he knows it's easier to get points.
Yeah.
So I'd say he's probably going to get like 18 points. 18 to 21. 21. I'm going to go 21. 21. I changed.
The reason I'm thinking, because I like most of what you're saying there, but if they lose to Memphis tonight, like Memphis is behind them in this playoff seeding. Yeah. So I think if they win tonight, they're guaranteed no lower than the 6th seed, which is why I think Westbrook will have a little bit more of we need to make sure we win.
You think he's going to be all around just trying to push assist point? Yeah, I can see that.
But it doesn't matter to me as long as it's 10, 10, and 10.
Now also he could get high numbers because the Grizzlies match up with them well, so he'll play the whole game, or most of the game. Like if they're blowing him out in the second quarter, third quarter, then he's not going to play and he won't get as much. He'll stop after the triple-double.
Right.
But I think he's going to get it because, we just shook on it. It has to happen.
It has to happen. And last night, they blew out the Bucks.
And he sat after the third.
And he sat after almost half of the third, all of the fourth, and the Grizzlies lost in overtime to the Spurs.
Yeah. So you think they're tired and he's rested?
Yes.
That's good. Okay. Did the Thunder win tonight?
Yeah, if he gets a triple-double, I got to say they're going to win because that's like
statistically probable. Yeah, they're like 31-9 if he has a triple-double.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think they're going to have to look at that. Okay, who wins MVP?
Well, I think Westbrook because if you take a team that just lost
the co-star player.
The co-star player and arguably, like we've been saying, the leader of the team. Think about this. This would be like Michael Jordan leaves the Bulls and Scottie Pippen averages a triple-double and leads the team into,
I'd say, honestly, I would say it's probably close because I think there's too big of a gap there. I think Pippen on any other team without Jordan wouldn't have been a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. I think that he was great. I think there's too big of a gap. Westbrook and Durant, like, the whole conversation was last year, who's better out of them? Yeah, I think it's probably more Shaq, Kobe. Yeah, because they were comparable.
Fair enough.
Like, nobody ever thought, well, I wonder if Pippen's better than Jordan,
right.
So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to throw that in there.
That's good. No, I think that it's because of the circumstances, the way that he's taken a team that many thought might not even make the playoffs in the West, a complicated, tough conference, all that.
Yep.
But more than that, it's making history. If you average a triple-double, you break a record that stood for decades, and you do it all the while your team basically has one of the best records. If you got a triple double every game, they'd have one of the best records in the league. Like when he gets a triple double, they win. You know? Anyway.
No, I totally agree. I think you have to give it to Westbrook. Plus, the Rockets with Harden have kind of fallen off a little bit. Yeah. A little bit in the last few games. I know the conversation. I know Spurs are doing really well, and Leonard's really stepped it up. Especially, he's brought a lot of Kobe tendencies because he worked with Kobe in the summer or whatever. But he's shooting, scoring a lot more. LeBron, he's always in the conversation because he's just physically dominant in the game. I hate that this is what bothers me. You've got a team that right now is, fourth best record of all time in the NBA, and not one player on that team is considered in the top 5 conversation for MVP. I get it because you're spreading out the wealth. You know what I mean? Right. And plus Curry, they said he's having a down year, but he's only averaging 5 points less than he did last year. But I still think Westbrook has to get it because it's like last year with Curry, unanimous MVP. It's because his team was doing really well, and obviously really well is an understatement, but their team was doing really well, but he was having such a breakout year, you had to. Right. And I think that they can't ignore that. They can't ignore the fact that Westbrook there's no question who's leading that team. Even with the Rockets, they've got their other shooting guard. He's got an incredible amount of threes. Yeah. You know what I mean? They have other weapons. What's the guy they got traded from LA? Lou Williams. Anyway, But even guys like that, there's nobody like that on the Thunder. Really. No, you got Cantor who's hitting chairs because they're making fun of him. I think Adams is probably your next best player, and it's just because Westbrook opens up the door for a big guy to get mid-range shots. And what's his face? Oladipo. He's really good, but he's okay, but he's not all-star caliber. Yeah, exactly. I don't think any other guy on that team's ever. No offense, they're not. They watch my show. I don't know if you know that. Oh, the OKC Thunder. Hey, what's up? Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Right. I don't think any other player on their team is going to be an all-star. I'll say this. That's correct. And with Westbrook, going back to Steph Curry. It's not going to be unanimous, obviously, this season. But you had a record-breaking year. Coming off of losing a great player. Well, I'm talking about Steph Curry. Oh, sorry. I'm saying you have a record-breaking year from the Warriors with him leading the way. Yeah, and scoring 100 more threes than the previous record holder. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So I get that you had team success coupled with outrageous stats. Yeah. But I think that the point is you've got a guy that's leading his team to new grounds, to higher levels, to things that we haven't seen before. That's the MVP. When we thought they were just going to fall off until they got another guy. Right. Yeah, I can see that. I don't see how you couldn't. And the Rockets, they lost Howard, which seemed like it was a mesh problem, but they're building up. Spurs, they're pretty much the same team for the past 20 years. Yeah. You could argue. Kawhi Leonard, I love that dude. I think he's awesome. No, I think he's great. I love his. It's just anyway. There's also something about, I don't know if you agree with this, but there's just something about that feeling test when you you just go, man, that guy. You know what I mean? He's doing something this season that you just gotta vote for him. And I feel like a lot of people, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be close because Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs have the best record out of any of the MVP candidates. Harden has done some crazy good things. He's got a better record than Westbrook. Then you got Westbrook, who's doing historic stuff, and I just think a lot of people are going to go, you can't deny that. No, and here's too, LeBron said it last year, and I think Steph should have been the MVP, but LeBron said it. There's a difference between, it's the most valuable player, not the best player. You know what I mean? It's the most valuable to their team. Out of all the top 5, okay, I'll say the team. You tell me if they make it. Do the Cavs make it to the playoffs without LeBron? Yes. Do the Spurs make it to the playoffs without Leonard? Yeah. Who else we've got? Harden. Do the Rockets make it to the playoffs without Harden? I know that one's a close one. So that's why. I think so. You think? Well, they got that guy shooting. If they get a decent point guard and Jeremy Lin comes into play, little insanity. He's not even with the Rockets. I know. I'm saying if they traded for him from Brooklyn. Yeah, they get him. Yeah. Okay, so Rockets, maybe. Who else is a top? I know that people have said I-2-4 a little bit, but okay. Do the Celtics? Yeah. What's the East? But if you take Westbrook off the Thunder, they're a bottom 3 team. Yeah, they're going to be freaking
competing for a number 1 or 2 draft pick.
Yes, exactly. Which the Celtics would get because they get all the first-round draft picks next year, right?
Right.
They're like, okay, the Spurs, the Celtics. Not say Spurs, I'm the Celtics.
Yeah.
The Celtics choose Kentucky. They get to get the whole team because they can do whatever they want. Okay, well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we got our predictions. If you've lasted this long, 1, we love you. Not only do we love you, we're in love with you.
Oh.
2, leave a comment on who you think's going to get MVP this year. And
3, who's going to win the NBA Finals?
Yes, who's going to win? Should we address it? I think so. Who do you think's going to win?
Who do you think's going to win?
I think the Warriors, because I know they've had some fluctuations with their skills, but they're still killing it. And they won the past 10 games in a row.
Yeah.
And that's without KD. Get KD back in, get a little bit of your glitches worked out in the first. I think they're going to win. I hope so, because I want KD. I like KD. I want good things for him. And I know if they lose, he's going to get blasted. And I know it hit him pretty hard with how everybody reacted after he went to the Warriors. And so I want to win. I know you want the exact opposite for the exact opposite reasons. Here's my question. Who do the Cavs make it to the finals?
That's a better question than who wins the finals, because who wins the finals is, I feel like it's pretty easy. If I think the Spurs are the only team that can surprise us.
Yeah, I think the Spurs are solid.
If the Spurs have some crazy play out of your mind, like if Kawhi Leonard just shuts down KD and somehow I don't know, that'd be the only way. But the Warriors win it all. I mean, I think the Cavs. I think they're going to pull it together and get back to the finals. I just cannot see how a team could beat them in 7 games and they wouldn't wake up. But
I think you're right. And there's the thing too, the Cavs, and we say the Warriors, they're so much better. Here's the deal. They traded a lot of really great, of what made them great was their bench, because they could pull 2 or 3 guys off the bench who were phenomenal.
Right.
And they got rid of everybody. And they even got rid of Bogut, which we saw how much that hurt them whenever he got hurt in the finals. That Draymond's thing lost them the finals, in my opinion. But the Cavs, I feel like the Cavs lost nobody and just stocked up more, whereas the Warriors had a trade-off. Now, are the Warriors starting 5 better than the Cavs starting 5? I say yes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think so. But you take the Warriors' top 9 players versus the Cavs' top 9 players, I think it averages out pretty nicely. But then again, they only let 5 guys on the court at a time.
Yeah, the other problem with that is defensively, the Cavs are horrible.
Yeah, they're doing terrible.
And that's the thing, is the Warriors are excellent throughout full games, and defense, they say, wins championships. And I think the Heat,
we just saw it in March Madness. We just saw defense win a championship.
Yeah.
Because neither team showed up for offense. Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
No, it's just...
I cut you off, so you're quitting?
No, I think the Heat showed that, that tenacious, crazy run all over the place and defend. And it's just shocking to me that a LeBron-led team is this. But it's lackadaisical. But it is the regular season. As we've learned recently from LeBron, he could
give
care less.
Give 2 brown ice cream emojis about the regular season.
That's right.
As Peter would say, that's 2 brown ice cream.
That's right.
Emojis. So,
So that's it.
And I also, one thing I really, I hope out of the whole playoffs and finals, I just hope Steph goes off. Because they've criticized him the past few years, that he just, even if they had won in the finals, he would have got an MVP for the finals, because he just hasn't been, and it's not like he's bad, he's not himself. You know what I mean? He's not the Steph that everybody's drawn to because of his play. And so I just hope he goes off, because I really do like him. And so, I don't know. I just hope, and I think he'll have a way better. I think they were so beat down last year from that season that was grueling. And we all, I know, I talk to basketball coaches at their high school, but I do talk to them. They one of the things, they don't want to peak too early, because basketball is a grind. You play so many games, and it's nonstop, and it wears on you. And I think when you grind like that, and you even try to push, I think you're so worn out. I think this year they've been able to fluctuate because they have another star. I hope they do well.
So maybe the Cavs, this is the best thing ever. They just sucked this part of the season so that they'll just explode.
No, I mean, seriously though, you're right. You don't want to peak mid-season. You want to peak right before the finals, so you carry it in, or right before the playoffs, so you carry it in. So.
Yeah, the Warriors just started here and never let up. They were
well, they had one dip where they lost 3 in a row. for the first time in 2 years.
I'm not saying this season. I'm saying.
Oh, yes, you're right. They did. No,
they literally Well, I guess against the Thunder, you finally saw a few cracks in the armor.
Yeah.
And then the
Well, Steph got hurt in the first round of the playoffs too.
Right.
So,
and then the Cavs, it was like, they're done. They're down 3-1.
Yeah.
And then the miracle.
Whatever. It's a miracle. Let's not call it a miracle. I don't know if we sainted this miracle.
That's
all down. All right. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in. If you watch this long, like literally, I'm pretty much sure you just have this channel because you've earned it.
Yeah, you've earned it.
You watched 26 minutes.
Yeah.
So, thanks. Good luck, Westbrook. Hope you beat it. My boy. See you guys in 2000. What did we say? 78. Whenever LeBron's junior is playing.
Let's say 2052.
2052. I like it. That's a pretty good bold prediction.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump on bandwagon. Say yeah. Peace.